Welcome everyone. It's a very interesting time, post-lunch session. I hope you guys had a lot of good food and some good tea and coffee to keep you fresh as we talk about one of the most fun sessions for this FinTech Festival. Usually, payments, lending, they're most talked about. You see the number of booths for payments, banks, lendings, a lot. We want to talk about insurance, wealth and pensions, not so talked about, but biggest impact created. And that's why this is a core part of what we want to build together today. And what's very important is why the society has gone through changes which will never be replicated ever again. The society has changed for good. This for good is two ways. There is a lot of good changes, and these are non-reversible changes. And as we look together for these changes, we see jobs. The jobs have changed for good. Remote workers, gig economy workers. People knew that they could get insurance benefit from their jobs, employers, which no more exist in a lot of places. People are now not working in the same office and off premises. Imagine how your employee benefits work, which country, which place. So the way your jobs are structured, that's totally changed. People are doing multiple jobs at the same time. So how their retirement benefits contribution works, that has changed. And all the models around that will have to evolve and change accordingly very, very fast. Economy. We are in almost recession and inflation coming together at the same time. The last time world saw this is somebody says 1970s, somebody says 1930s. Most of the people working today were not working at those times. These are unprecedented times where the central bank governors also are figuring it out what exactly are going to happen. Imagine poor, normal people to figure out what does this inflation will do. How should they protect their savings? How should they protect and plan for their retirement? And they're figuring it out. And which is where it's a job for providers, manufacturers, fintechs to come and address a lot of these solutions. One other important thing is, what has happened is the cost of healthcare. So the life expectancy has gone up for everybody, which means your health cost has also gone up. So your health cost goes up, you're going to live longer. Now you're going to pay a lot more, but your money hasn't grown as fast. Inflation is eating it away. So you are facing a two-dimensional challenge of having to live longer with better health care while your savings and your pensions will not be as powerful and as useful from that perspective. How do we navigate that? And as we look towards solving that is the aspiration. That's the third part. Everybody wants everything right here, right now. And they want it digitally enabled, and they want it in their palm. And they want to pay the least for it. Very important. We try to put together a framework around how will this solve and how this will emerge for our consumers across the world. If we look at, there are billions of customers who are what we say unmet and unserved needs. They're not underbanked. You see, everybody talks about underbanked. Nobody talks about underserved, unmet, underinsured, under-retirement protected. There is too much focus on the unbanked, but not enough focus on this. And we see a huge multi-billion population waiting for that. And as we look at solutioning this, we look at a three-dimensional disruption. The first dimension is demand. There is a demand for new products from new segments. How do consumers have a proposition that I pay $200 per year, and that could be used for either an accident or a critical illness or a death premium? Whatever happens, then you don't give me the other two. People are looking for omni-channel products. When they say that when I can have one iPhone which has 100 apps, why do I need 10 policies? Why can't I have a one omni thing? The demand for these. The second one is democratization of access and manufacturing. Smartphones, availability of data has opened. There are more toilets. There are less toilets than mobile phones in Southeast Asia right now. So the amount of penetration that opens and opening of APIs allows manufacturers to allow other people to build on top. So you don't need to go around all the world collecting all the licenses. And the last one is the digital channels, the consumer marketing companies, the e-commerce companies, they have opened so many context enabilities for embedded finance, where you are present in the context because nobody wakes up, let me plan my retirement today this morning, let me buy an insurance this morning, let me invest this today to become rich. People think of payments that way, but not this, and which is why it's important to contextualize. And as we go forward for that, we have esteemed guests and panelists to go through each of these sessions. And with this, I would like to invite our moderators for the first session to come on board.